Here we go. Okay, I'm waiting for someone to move. There we go. Alrighty. C5. Let's get a knight f3 in there. Knight f6. C6. E4. D4. C4. Let's just take. Let's still go with knight f3 there. Knight c6. D4. I guess let's get another e4. Knight f6. Okay, knight f3. Let's try a French in this one. Knight f3. Alright. c4. Let's go for a Slav. e4, c4, let's go with e4. Alright, let's go with e6, look for a... Whoa. What's the story here? This guy isn't even connected. Player has left the game. Started off with a5 and then left the game. Alright. The zack attack. We'll call that one. The zack attack. It's when you make one move and then just bolt. No, let's be more specific. It's when you play a5 and then jet. Maybe he had a connection issue. That wasn't a on-purpose, was it? Alright, let's play knight f3. Alright. I'm fine with allowing black to recapture that pawn. Alright, let's go. A lot of Frenches in this one, huh? Alright, knight f6. Played c6 for a reason. Let's get a pawn on d5. g3, huh? Alright, I'm going to take this opportunity to get my bishop here. Yeah. Oh, he's back. Playing interesting chess. a5, knight a6. Alrighty. a6. Yeah, let's go with a6. Let's get e6 in. Let's go with a6 in this one. Oh, gambit, huh? Yeah. Whatever. Bishop obstructing a central pawn. Usually not too good of an idea. Let's open stuff up. What's the story here? How can I punish this? A lot of attention is being given to only queenside stuff, so black is no closer to getting their king safe at this moment than they were at the start of the game. Let's develop. Alright, let's take that guy. D4 right now? Yeah. Let's go with the fianchetto. Alright, B5. Or I could consider bishop F5. Bishop f5, there might be takes, queen b3. If I play b5, there's a4. I could go with this right now. Maybe I should. Yeah, why not? Let's go b5, see what they do about their c-pawn. A3. Yeah, let's insert a3. Alright, the advanced variation. Let's get him outside the pawn chain. Let's break up their pawn duo. Do I know where he belongs? Yeah, let's just go one step. Let's maintain a pawn in the center. So this, it started out Scandinavian or center counter, and now we've transposed to an exchange Caro-Kann. So yeah, okay. And because of this move order, actually they won't have an issue with getting their bishop developed. Let's play queen c7. This guy's scaring me. These rook pawn moves. Is he toying with me? Is this what's happening? Throw the h pawns around and then start playing like a beast. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Bishop to g2. Okay, so I made their c pawn flinch. Big deal. Big deal. Here or here? Let's go there. Let's develop. Play d5, no? d5 takes, knight c3. I could reinforce that guy. Let's do it. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh, I was trying to make a different move in the previous game. Oh. Man. It's castle. See what just happened there? That was a stupid move, bishop e4. Let's cover e5. I'm eventually going to connect knights. Let's castle. Develop. Alright, let's go d4. Oh, that's winning material now. This knight's unprotected. Let's hit him. Take with the b pawn. Wow. I think there's the aesthetics have gotten the best of black here. They're a fan of symmetry. They like this it's a visual appeal thing. Is that what's happening? Okay. Let's go here. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. I was trying to pre-move a capture. So this was a huge time waster. Alright. Not cool. Alright, let's pin him. Take with the knight. Rook here. Winning material. Take with the b pawn. Ooh. Inviting the queen forward. Let's run away. Alright, e6. I don't know. Rook here. Maybe e5 soon. Let's castle. Let's pin the knight and play e3. Let's pin the knight. Prepare to castle. A lot of pins. Let's pin this knight. Rook to b8. Huh. Could grab this pawn, no? What's the story there? It's not just a pawn grab, it's a pawn grab with an attack against the rook, who's unprotected. It's also a pawn grab that allows my knight to find a nice home on b5. Without the a pawn, b5 is a fantastic home. Alright, I'll take that guy. Let's reinforce d5. e4. Sure. I was a little concerned about that move. Alright. Let's see if they saddle me with double isolated f-pawns. I'll play with the bishop pair. Maybe have some fun. Well, let's just step the queen up. No need to do anything crazy. An a5. Is there going to be a sack here? I don't believe it if there is. Queen b6, c5, queen takes queen, pawn takes queen. I don't know if I'm going to exchange queens if they play c5 just yet. I have to consider it more. Okay, I'm going one square. I had this in a standard game where I think I was... yeah. The bishop belongs here, I think, and then I could think about this reposition for my knight. So I want to keep that square open, d3 for my knight. Okay, now... you gotta just take that guy. Smash open their structure there. So knight here. That queen's gonna get kicked around. I'm gonna win material now. Identify the restricted piece, the defensive piece, and look to chase her around in this case. I'm only one move away from completing development. This is met with d6. Maybe e5. Knight b5 controls these two. If queen here, I do this. Here, I take the rook, they take my knight. Up the exchange. Clear. Is there better? I don't know. Just go with that. A little bit surprising. Queen f3, huh? Queen f3. I could throw this in. Strike at h2. Don't like obstructing this pawn. Maybe I should try for this first. Let's do d5. Okay. Let's do that move. On f6 I could go back to e3 without knight g4. Let's keep them in a pin. Okay. I don't think that this was a good idea by white to play b4 this early. See, they couldn't maintain b4 because their rook's unprotected. a4 takes, can't take, grab the rook. So I'm thinking about taking and playing queen here. Is there a reason to even take here just yet? I could consider this, but I don't know if I want to lock up the queen side. You know, where there's this space advantage on the queen side here, the c5 pawn, you always have to be a little bit careful of a piece sack here. Give up a knight and get two pawns, and then these guys can be quite dangerous. So I need to be a bit careful of that possibility. Takes, queen a5, queen takes, queen, rook takes, queen, bishop here. Would it be a good idea to keep the queen side closed? If I do, you know, I'm a bit fearful of black castling here and then playing a4. And, you know, if I don't have this b5 pawn, if the A and B pawns are all exchanged, he might be a bit vulnerable to rook invasion or a queen, or maybe the b6 square could be made use of. I'm going to go with locking it up. That's a bit surprising. All right, let's connect knights. They didn't go after my knight there, so they have some serious weaknesses on their king side now. Get my knight right here, huh? Yeah, let's do that. In fact, for a second I was thinking this wouldn't be a good idea because of a pin, but that's a legal move. Okay, so now only after the bishop has moved do I consider taking on c5. I don't see a reason to take right now. Let's castle. Let's get him out. Okay, they're going in for this. Let me reconsider something here. Suppose I simply defend my knight. How do they defend the rook? They don't. Queen would be the only one to do that. The bishop can't move to defend the rook. Actually, I'm just going to be up a full rook soon. Okay. If I do takes, and play e5, I believe takes and then e4 is a good idea. Let's play e6. Alright, that's why I did this move. I expected this advance, and I wanted to be able to play here without fear of knight g4. It's castle, looking for knight e1. This is the game where I'm up material. A full minor piece in this one. Let's take towards the center, convert my flank pawn into a central pawn. 2-0 majority in the center now. And let's do this. Maybe now I'm thinking about taking the knight and then taking on c5. A knight reposition. I like that idea. Wow. All right. Let's do this. In case they queenside castle, maybe b5. Let's just develop. a3. Huh. Okay. This was maybe a bad idea. Maybe I should have gone with this, because this is the next pawn break I should be shooting for. Putting pressure on d4, so that might have been a better option. You know, g6 here and then actually go 2 squares with this guy. Oh well. Okay. All right, let's get him here. That's slightly annoying, I must say. Slightly annoying. Here, knight f4. Here, bishop h3. Rook here, and I can't do this knight reposition. g3, bishop h3. Rook e1. f5 I have to be careful of. What about knight e1, knight f4, bishop g4? And then, after knight to d3, I challenge that knight. Let's go here. Okay. If I take like this, they have quick access to the 7th rank with the rook. Don't like that idea. Ooh. I could consider taking with the knight. I think bishop here, though. Let's still keep the structure. This is a good one. Uh-huh. Alright, let's get the rook here. Let's get castled. They're threatening on d5. Let's get my bishop here. Break the pin somewhat. Takes here. I'm on this pawn twice. Don't know that I want to give up my dark square bishop so easily. Is this annoying? Bishop g4? Should I stop it? With h3. What about takes, and then takes here, takes here? Let's try that move order. All right. I was ready to take the knight. Yeah, let's take the knight. Let's try this. Play against the structure. Alright, let's maintain my light square bishop. I'm a bit fearful of knight e7 and then knight h4 in that one. I want to maintain my pawn on e4. That's a bit of an annoying move. On bishop to d6, there's some tactics here. Here, knight takes, hits the queen, knight takes, queen takes, hits the rook, and the bishop. So I think I just need to move my queen, so where's a good spot? b6. Strike at something. I maybe run into trouble with knight a4. Not so fast. Queen b6, knight a4, queen c6. Let's go here. Okay. Time to castle. Yeah, let's castle. Yikes. Interesting play. I was ready to do this. Let's do this. Yeah, let's grab that rook. My idea was bishop g4. Let's do it. Okay. Alright, let's exchange stuff. So, what about takes and then knight here? Let's do that. Okay, the bishop's ready to move and attack my queen. Just run away. This seems like a fine spot. I want the queens off. I could do knight c3. See where the queen goes first. Let's just do this. Get her back into the action. Definitely taking with the pawn. I like having that half-open a-file. I could take. I was ready to do this, but let's consider taking. Better to maintain this pawn in the center. If he's not there, I think it should be fine, because this would be a nice post for my knight. Maybe c6, I could back up on c5. Let's just go c6. Maintain a pawn in the center. Here strikes at the queen. Yeah, let's do that. Knight here. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's take with the bishop. He's unprotected. Tactics. Any tactics against that knight? Even if I'm to take one day, there's bishop checks one way or the other against my king. He's indirectly defended. I need more development. And what should that development be? Bishop here right now? Yeah, let's do this. I want to secure my rook. Let's get knight here in. Okay. Queen here is close to forcing a queen trade. Let's do that. Recapture. What's the story there? Maybe I should take here to divert one of these pieces off of this diagonal. Yeah, let's give that up. Normally I would be quite alright with giving up my light square bishop, and I think it would still be fine, but I see an opportunity to maybe maintain him. Bishop d3, because I could rely upon this square for at least a moment. Can't be kicked from d3 right away. However, my concern is maybe this and knight here anyway. However, this does hit with tempo. Hang on. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so this was my idea. Any tricks here? Don't think so. Okay. c5 right now. Or this first. c5 takes. Knight takes. You know, if he's not around anymore, this knight d4 move is a bit annoying in that it hits my bishop with tempo. Maybe I could hold off on c5 and do this move, bishop back, knight f5, bishop e7. If ever g4, I have knight h4. Yeah, I'm going to maintain a super strong support over d5 and go for this approach. Okay. Playing against that pawn, or excuse me, that bishop. Well, try to show that he's a pawn, a tall pawn. Queen e2. c4. Let's go here. I could consider knight takes bishop and on knight takes rook, hunting the knight down here to here. But there's no need to make things complicated. I'm up a piece already. This threatens a fork, as well as simply, well, I was going to say forcing a knight for bishop capture. Here I could take, if he's going here, it's a square, I could challenge it. Yeah, this is still useful, because if it's my bishop's challenged, he has the h7 square. What's the cleanest approach here? A little tricky to get these guys developed. Don't really want to give up my light square bishop. It's important to maintain control over these. Maybe I can consider this. So what if they net a pawn at the end? Knight d4, the queen can move and hit the knight again. How about this? Let's give that a shot. Always a little scary when you have to, well, I don't have to, but a little scary when you weaken your, when you move your f-pawn like that, you weaken your king, so I'm threatening to win a pawn in that one. Let's go c4, knight c4, knight a4. They sidestep the fork. g5. It's weakening, but I don't think these weaknesses around my king could be exploited. Let's go with this. Okay. I guess we exchange here, huh? Alrighty. This guy is disconnected again. Why does he keep disconnecting? Okay. Comcast Gambit? Bishop takes knight, king takes bishop. d5, and then I jump in here. I don't know. Let's have them go uncastled. Yeah, let's keep it simple here. Take with the king, right? Yeah, let's take with the king. They take my knight, I take the queen, I take h5. This was my idea. Let's do it. No. No, 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 no. He's pinned, remember. Push. They could take the knight. Oops. I missed that idea. I thought I could just meet bishop there with h6. Huh. I mean, I could do developing moves like this. It's maybe not a bad idea, actually. This would be threatening this, because on queen takes knight, I take... I could consider taking here. Bishop takes, I take the queen. I don't know. That makes this sensitive, so maybe there's stuff like this. I don't want to retreat. h6, queen takes knight, pawn takes bishop. Queen takes pawn. This, they just back up, and I've created an unnecessary weakness on c6. Oh, man. Even doing something like this, prepping this move, there's still like tricks with bishop takes pawn. Rook takes, queen takes knight, being on my rook. Do I really need to do something like this? I might. I don't know. I just pick something. Go with it. I'm a bit scared in this game. Yeah, this game is scaring me. These bishops pointing down at my king side. Here, here. Scary. It's kind of scary. I don't know. Let's see. We're going to see. Right, let's start with queen here. Alrighty. Okay, the queen is now restricted to this knight's defense. What about a pawn grab? Knight here. Queen f2. Rook here, there's a check. Queen f2. Queen here. This knight. Annoying. Let's just go here for starters. Okay. Yeah, that's solid. That's good. Welcome a dark square bishop exchange. This was my idea. Knight here. Alright, let's have some pawns control those light squares. Knight here. Let's see if they give up their dark square bishop. Let's keep the structure. Wow. Did not expect that. He's going nowhere, though. No rush in taking him. Let's just go here. I want to preserve the heart of my structure, the B pawn. Knight here, grab a tempo against the bishop. Yeah. Rook here, bishop takes knight, I lose my rook. Maybe queen c2. What about bishop f4? Rook to b4. Let's do this. I want to be able to play b3 real soon. Develop. I thought that might happen. And I was prepared to simply repeat for just a moment. Alright, let's grab that guy. Yeah, I don't see that this diagonal is good anymore. Queen here hits the rook. Hangs the knight. They're backward here. I'd like to maybe get a queen to b7 somehow. It's an important decision. Queen g4 seems pretty good for starters, right? Knight takes knight, queen takes rook. Or even first bishop takes bishop and then queen takes rook. I don't see anything wrong with this. I have control over g5 with the knight. Scary. Scary. Really? Like this stuff is happening? Is that what's happening here? Hmm. H5, so I could anchor a knight in here, maybe. H5, knight G4. Try and take advantage of a weakness that they created, their last move. Here, bishop takes, queen takes pawn. I could play G6. Bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes with check, bishop back. Rook takes here. I don't think that's enough. Thinking too deep? Am I missing something earlier? Probably. Let's give it a shot. Scary. I may end up simply pitching a pawn here. Is it really that bad to open up the H-file? I'm on this pawn. Hmm. Alright, let's go here. Yeah. Let's go here, put pressure on G5. Okay, back to square one, kind of, huh? Queen here. No, I gotta move faster. Let's try a queen trade. Okay. Alright, let's go here. Okay, so I could damage their structure. Maybe. I can consider that after a kick. Either get the bishop for knight exchange or bishop for bishop, and they have a bad structure on the king's... Well, I don't know bad, but there's some deficiencies that are created with one of these captures. Some holes, one way or the other. Something I could take advantage of? I'm not sure. Play a rook to the e-file. I'm thinking. And which rook? Let's go with that one. Okay. After seeing that move, I feel a bit more confident about this game. Knight here looks like a beast. He looks pretty beastly on f5. Let's go to f5. Let's double up. Queen exchange. If I take with the rook, knight b3, here and then bishop here. Does this mean I have to take with the king? Okay, I am up a rook. I think I want to maintain my knight. Well, let's do this exchange. Okay. I'll just take, throw my king on the h-file, and then contest the g-file. This has some of my attention. Alright, first things first, let's get that. Let's get that in there. Alright, queen b6. Scary. Queen here. Okay, let's go here. Let's give a check and go after that C pawn. Okay, I'm okay if they go after the exchange with rook here, knight takes bishop, rook takes, and then bishop takes b2. Similar to puzzle 3 in the last group recent video I put out there. How to solve chess puzzles, number 32. Yeah, I'm okay with giving some material back as the short story. I could take here. Rook takes, I have an in-between check, and then take the pawn. Yeah, this is a good idea then, because if they have to take with their e-pawn, there's an open e-file. And yeah, I think things are good there. I wonder if I should rule out any knight jump into this square. Maybe. Yeah, let's do this. Is bishop here? Yeah. Okay. Alrighty then. Queenside castle, huh? I guess you could do that. Well, tell you what. I'm gonna do that. Try to get in f5 and then get my knight into e4. Let's grab this guy. Okay. Take, take, take. Let's do that. I'm not castled. I can't do without castling in this position. Rarely can you do without castling. Let's get g5, maybe h5 in. Best square for the king, probably here. This is maybe a bit too scary. Dark square, forward, watch over this guy. Probably. Fine with this. Okay. Knight cannot do this yet because I could take here. Which rook to go to e1 is my question, my concern. I guess this rook. Maybe there's some in-betweeners that I could have at some stage. In case they take my rook, it's not with check because it's the queen rook that's on e1. Alright, so I'm okay if they get a pawn back. Let's take. Running for your life. Hey, that's an open file. Get there. I thought you might do that. I'm still going to go there, though. Yeah. Let's do it. Queen here. Pressure on the knight. Pressure on this guy. Takes, takes stuff. Be a little bit careful of this structure being undermined. Taking, taking. Should be alright. I think the queen is good there. Queen or bishop to take on d3. Let's go with the bishop. Okay, let's go here. I'm threatening their bishop now. I don't think they should take either rook right now. Alright, let's do that. 7th rank. This should be punished. That seems way too slow. Way too slow. These guys aren't even playing. Queen, knight, and rook are playing. The rook is the only one developed. Think about this stuff. Maybe I should have, actually. Instead of playing my rook to e1, I'm too concerned about, oh, which rook is better. How about getting a better knight position, huh? Okay. Settle down. Settle down. Let's do this. Dislodge that guy. Okay, knight g4, huh? Yeah, get there. Happy to see that. Let's maintain a strong grip over d5 with peace. Let's give him a kick right now. Let's go here. No pieces exchanged in that one. Okay, so I could take the rook and take here. And then maybe go here. I think that's good. Improve the knight position. b3. Let's do it. Where's a good spot for the queen? This bishop will be really strong on this square. Maybe I should prepare to challenge that bishop. Let's go here. My bishop, I think, is good on b3. It's a good move what they just did there. Shouldn't take just yet. Let's see what you do now. Queen takes pawn was my idea. I don't see anything wrong with that. It's not just a pawn grab. I'm looking to enter. Knight here. That way I can rely upon my knight on f6 as a strong defender. I think this is important. Now if I had placed this rook here, I wouldn't have to react to this pawn. I could take this rook. The pawn is pinned. I'm taking that rook. Let's give a check. King b8, I hit him with a fork. Alright, let's take. Alrighty. I don't think I could take advantage of the structural, the doubled F pawns if I'm taking. Just don't see it happening. They may be ready to force that. Knight f4, hitting here. A bit of a pesky move. Maybe I shouldn't have taken their dark square bishop. Okay, I may have to work around a knight on f4. Queen exchange, I'm up a pawn. Okay, sure. I want to keep my rook on the open file. h5 is the first thought. Yep, let's do that. Okay. g6. Might be useful to have this pawn here, anticipating pressure on the g-file. Let's try that. Okay, king up now. castle by hand. This is the other move I'm considering. Let's be sure to get this in before they play something like a4. Okay, now which of the two bishops to take? My rook seems a whole lot more active on this square, doesn't he? Okay, the rooks are going to come off now. Could do this. I'd like to get this move in, though. This is another idea. A knight will challenge a knight there, though. I gotta go faster. Let's do this. Yeah, I gotta start moving. Let's not do... Let's just push that pawn. Okay. Rook here, pawn takes, queen takes, check. Okay, let's just retreat here. Knight d7, I give a check and get the pawn. Let's go here. Okay. Let's maintain some light square control. I want to get rid of their light square bishop. Let's do that, bishop a6. Huh. Take this pawn, push here, and then look to take here next. Crack at f7. Let's give that a shot. Let's keep pushing. Let's challenge that bishop. If I can maintain my knight here, this bishop's dead. Okay. Get a rook trade in. f4. Yeah. Okay. A little bit of a mysterious move. King up. Queen up. Strike at f4. Now, I thought I could give this check and then go here. Oh, they have a queen block. Exchange queens, rook e6, knight e8, knight here. How do they release the pressure on that pawn? Let's just throw in a check. A bit annoying. Pretty sure I have to take. Should I close the kingside down? I gotta start going faster, wow. Actually, if I take here, they take, they're on h7 with their queen and rook. This knight's loose. G6? Do I have time for this stuff? Um, Alright, let's give it a shot. I'm making some serious weaknesses. We are castled on opposite sides there. Oh, he's heading for here. Maybe I need to stop that. No, I'm going to work around it. Okay. Let's go here. 2 minutes. Yikes. Gotta start flying. It's that time. It is that time where you need to just move. Get on with it. That's a free rook. No stalemates. Okay. This was my idea to take. Let's push. And then here, and then rook e4. Take with the queen, take with the rook. Take with the rook. I want to take on c2 next. He's mating a few in this one. Here, bishop f8 to combat the knight on f5. They're giving me that pawn. Trying to get him in exchange. Fine with that. My rook is really active. Get the rook back. Let's take this guy. Let's go here. Rook on the 7th next. Let's just see how they react to that. Improve the knight position. Strike at a4, a3. He's not playing. Rook on the 7th. Not sure how many games are left. I guess 7 games. Do I have that right? Okay. Let's get this check-in exchange knight. Something better? I don't think so. Okay. How can you stay a passed rook? By staying on the 7th, keeping pressure on that b pawn. Right, let's go here. Striking at b7. Recapture. Their king is stripped of their most important pawn, their heart, their g pawn. I want to trade knights so I could have some pressure here. Knight here's a threat, huh? Alright, let's go here. Huh. Knight here to here? Let's try that. Let's go here. Look for a dark square bishop exchange. Maybe I could just take right away, huh? Yeah, let's do that. King here and then knight here? Or pawn here with this. I don't know if I want to give, well, improve the king position, right? And then knight e4? Let's do this instead. What's that about? That's a freebie. What just happened there? Alright. I want to maintain my e4 pawn. Wow. Okay. Here. Huh. They're going to reposition that knight. Let's do this. f4 maybe, a timely f4. Let's do this. It completely locks up the position, doesn't it? No, this. Knight c7 if the rook tries to get active. Wow. I did not see that one coming. I think I have to go knight e8. Or just move the king. Yeah. Okay. Huh. Maybe I should do this. Bishop takes. Let's try that. Thought you might do that. Let's go here just to stop the rook from getting active on a8. Okay. Just close it up like this. Actually, let's play knight here. Target c5. Let's get active with my rook. Yeah, this is a scary game. You know what I mean? Scary. Very scary. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm in a giant knot. I can't improve and they could. Yikes. Can't even challenge their queen. Oh, I don't know. Let's try here. Don't think too long on that game. Okay. They're giving me their dark square bishop. Let's try and bring the pain on the dark squares, huh? Alrighty. You have a sneaky knight. So do I on e6. So here's the plan. Bishop here, queen on h6, mate on g7. Yeah, it's kind of like that, isn't it? I see what you're up to. I feel like I need to pitch a pawn. Okay. Knight here. And I have to stop that guy from going any further. Take the rook and then take the bishop. Take on b7, no? Yeah, let's be greedy. Why not? Really, why not? What's wrong with taking that pawn? Yep. Let's go here. There's no bishop move with check. Let's go here, prepare to go here. Recapture. Check. Watch out for the tricky knight. Rook e8 is not a good idea. h4 and then here. If I do this, the queen gets here. Let's try that. Okay. Yikes. I gotta move it. I gotta move it. Okay. I do not want to budge. Let's do this. Get my knight into c4 soon. Reposition my bishop. Precision. Precision here. Let's give a check. Grab this pawn. You give a check. Let's get another piece involved. Oh my goodness. Give this check here. Yikes. Do that. Push. Okay, they ran into this fork. This little tricky idea. Take here. Secure the d5 square. This is a bit tricky. Maybe need to get one piece off. Let's do that. Get one rook off. Grab that A pawn, huh? Take there and get marching. Let's go here. Alright, now we take that rook. Keep pushing. Grab material. How many games left? Let's take. Okay, so I can't get there so easily, but I still have good control. My knight is killing their bishop. Okay. Let's just keep pushing. The queen is cut off now. Let's grab that pawn. I'm threatening bishop to b3. 7 games still. Yikes. Okay. I could get, go for a queen trade. I could weaken my light squares like this. The light square bishop won't be able to take advantage of any of that. I have this completely locked. Keep pushing. And just get a queen. Yeah, just get a queen. Okay. Their bishop's dead. Their rooks are dead. Let's squeeze this. Every pawn move is there's no good pawn moves. Okay, now I'm winning material with here and then queen f3. Fork. Okay, this is my idea. e5 break. Let's just do something to gain time. Bishop and pawn hit. Oh, man. I need a flight square. I also need to contest the open file, get my rooks active. I could do this for starters. Let's just go here. It's a strong post. Could slowly improve my king position. There's no rush here. 7 games still going. Started with 12. Let's take rooks. Alright, let's do this. This was my idea, to have my knight around as defense for my king. Should I have taken that knight when I had the chance? Let's go here. Alright, let's get rid of him. Hitting the bishop and the rook. They're giving up material. I like my bishop too much to even give him up. I may still have a mating attack without queens on the board. Queen g4 and then play against the h-file. Here, knight takes, knight... I guess we have to try this. Let's grab the bishop. Queen exchange is forced now. Hitting the rook. Here. Thought they might take with the pawn. Now I could do this. Let's try for that. Where's the mate? Okay, let's start with this. Can't be bad. It's a tremendous square. Let's get out of pins. Okay, bishop here concerns me some. Let's come all the way back. Maybe unnecessary weakness. Okay. Let's take. Yeah, this is not good now. All right, let's open this up for starters. Recapture. There, huh? All right, if play opens up over here, maybe I'm quick with my rooks. Okay. Still looking for mating ideas. King here, push, play on the G file. I only need to give a check. Okay, this feels like it is only ever held together by a thread. Yeah, by a thread. Yeah, I need to crawl up into a ball, it feels like that. It kind of feels like that. Let's invite a new piece forward. An escape hatch. Is that what they call it? Maybe now I could grab some material. No, I like my bishop too much. No, let's grab that bishop. Careful now. It might be my knight that arrives on that square. Whoa! Look at this. Would you look at this? dangerous man. Okay. Let's give this a whirl. Let's give a check. Alright, you know what time it is? Time to open up this side of the board. Let's double. Need a flight square still. 7 games still going on. This will be my flight square. Unless they do something like this. Pressure here, I'm up 2 pawns. They have less time. Wow. Very active play here. You know, that's really sharp, man. Nice move. I like it. I think I need defensive g3. Don't think I could take that knight. Okay. I don't have to take him. Let's go here. Yikes. Scary. Very scary. Hitting the rook. Okay. Let's go here. You take me, I take you with check. Important detail. Alright, let's take him now. I'm going to replace. I feel like I could easily fall for mate and ones in this game. Is now the time to start pushing? Maybe. That is a passed pawn, isn't it? Let's get rolling. Bring the pain. Let's give a check. Yes, sir. This was my idea. That's why I wanted to overprotect this. He's got this, because this guy's pinned. I need his support with the piece on h4. How are you defending your knight if I hit him? I don't see it. And if the knight moves, I get f6, no? I missed that move. g4 is hit. This is unnecessary complications that I'm creating for myself. Yikes. Okay. Gotta go faster. That's a check. It's a check. Let's take here. Let's take here. Gotta go faster. Still looking for mate. This one. Okay, now we go here. And then bishop a4 next. Still 7 games. Man, I wish 1 or 2 would finish. Oh, I don't know. Here, I might have to give the exchange. Queen trade? That's a super important pawn that I took. I have them in a pin now. Okay. I'm fine with these trades. Up 2 pawns. Rook activity. Improve the king position. Stay in a dark square. Get him here, here, and start pushing these two. That move, huh? Knight's pinned. Let's just defend. There's no... Did I just get my queen trapped? Huh. Alright, let's go here. Oh, I don't know. No, I do. Let's give a check and then rook g4. Queen g7. Yeah, that was my fear. My queen is indeed trapped. Whoops. That stings. That hurts, man, that hurts. Alright, play on. Play on. Let's go here. Keep pushing. Yes. Keep going. Double check. Yeah, I could get that rook. Maybe there was something better. No, that's too bad that I lost that queen. Okay. Maybe it's still a little bit tricky. We're gonna see. Let's give that check. And let's just take some material. Let's get on a dark square. Okay. Alright. Rook takes bishop is a threat. Maybe I should have played to the A file first. Let's keep pushing. I should be able to give mate. Starting with this, queen check and then doubling rooks and then getting to d1 is the idea, if they push their A pawn. Let's fix a pawn on a light square. Likely a very good move, because he's an issue now. Well, let's try and hold on to my light squares somehow. Yep. Alright. Let's see if I can put some pressure on my opponent. Let's take there. Rook here. This was my idea. I want to protect h4. I may need to do this first. I still think I need my queen here to stop entry point. Let's just go here. Still 7 games. Man. Whew. Okay, that's dropping the rook. Alright, that's it. Oh, they just resigned in that one, I guess. Go for a night walk. I have the time to do that. They're restricted. Yeah, let's go, knight. Need your help. I need your help. Fortunately, their knight is a bit out of play for the moment. Alright, let's go here. Could still be tricky for them. I'm going to try to play as fast as I can in that game. Put some pressure on them. Maybe force some mistake, huh? Here, rook check. Here. I want one rook off. Tough to make that happen, though. I don't know. Let me just try. No. Oh boy. Oh, I don't know. Let me try something. Put my rook on an unprotected square. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Okay. I'm getting the knight now. Okay. I'm entering. Okay, knight. Do some damage. Take there. Recapture. Yay! We're down to 6 games. Halfway there. Alright, let's just stop the king from thinking about getting active. There's no rush. Oh, missed that. At the end they have a fork. This might be some crazy position where you could, there might be some fortress, believe it or not. I wish I had time to think this one through. Queen takes, queen take, queen check there. Huh. I think it is a fortress. Keep the knight on f8 for the whole game. I'm gonna try it. I know I'm losing my rook at the end of that. You pest. I wish I had time to work that one out. Here. Alright, let's double now. Check. Alright, let's exchange. Queen here. Yeah, it'll take 2 moves before, it'll take her 1 move before she threatens to get here. Can they put me in Zugzwang? We're gonna find out. They're playing without their bishop and king in that game. Okay. Time to start pushing the pawns. Gotta go there. Let's just take that. Improve the king position, get that pre-move in. 6 games still. I gotta get that queen out of my territory here. What am I talking about? The queen enters on that one very easily. I don't have a back and forth rook move. My rook has to watch over 2 squares. Oh well. I don't have a fortress in that one. Oh boy. Let's try that. Queen h7? Queen h7? I don't have a king move. He has to watch over the knight. I can't have a knight move. He takes one of these. Here, queen d8. I gotta make a rook move. Let's try this. Keep pushing. Okay. f3. Then the knight moves. I'm in a pin. I should probably play here, huh? The knight might still move. What about rook here? Knight f5. g5. Wow. No. Let's go king here. If knight f5, maybe I play knight f3. We'll see. All right, rook, do something dangerous, hopefully. Maybe I could get that bishop, huh? Let's go there. Let's give a check. Inconvenience their king a little bit. Improve my king. Get a pre-move in. Oh, man. Are we there yet? Let's improve my king further. Thought I had pre-move on with this one. Was it lost? Do the pre-moves go away if the game switches? Thought you might do that. Pawn takes knight. Queen takes pawn with check. King here. Let's calculate some here now. Run out of time. Here takes, king here. These 3 squares are covered. I have some checks with my knight. No. I think the queen comes back to f6 to hunt down h4. I can't take that knight, I don't think. Okay. Oh, that's a simple way to do it. They're going to play to a2 and then dodge the checks. I could give some material. Whoa, I had very little time. Oh, I don't know. I guess here. These guys are going to fall so quick. Okay. Yeah. Good move. Good move, man. Good move. Gotta get that knight back there. Yepper. Alright, let's take a pawn. I wonder if there really was some fortress in that game. Okay, isn't that close to... Don't I get that pawn now? Let's get... Oh! I saw it one move earlier and I didn't see it. Yep, I'll be resigning when I come back to that one next. Let's take here. Alright, run, pawn. Here you go. They had queen takes rook. Still alive, but I am barely breathing. I will soon not be breathing at all. I don't know. Here. Tough to suggest something. Hurry, pawn, hurry. Pre-move. See, I have a pre-move on. Knight takes pawn is your idea? I don't believe it. You can't catch him, he's way too fast. Oh, you most certainly can. Hurry. Push. Hurry. Take towards the center. Okay. Let's give it a check. Yeah. Alright, GG. Yeah, it's a good time to resign. It's never a good time to resign, but it's time to resign in this one. Okay, GG. Finals. Oh, I didn't even realize the name. You had me in the end. The final position, that final key position, was Zugzwang. How fitting. Very nice. So we have now 6 games. I guess my opponents are all on move. That's why it's not switching. Appears to be the case. I am on auto switch. I don't know. Let's go into an important game, an intense game. This is the most intense one. Oh, they did move. Isn't that a blunder, though? Don't I get material? Alright, let's make that guy flinch. Yeah, the pre-moves aren't working. I guess they don't work on simuls. Alright, I could take the knight, because I'm still on the queen. Oh, that's your trick? Queen takes rook? It's still a struggle, though. Alright, let's give that a shot. Check. No need to give up the queen so quickly. Alright, I could do this. Keep pushing. Mate in 2, maybe. Soon. Now we take. Mate next. Let's keep it really simple. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, still a tough battle here in this game. Knight versus rook. I mean, how many pawns do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A knight and 2 pawns versus a rook. Also, you can't play rook f8 because of knight g6. All right. Let's give a check. 4 games remain. 4. Okay. I'd like to have this pawn exchange for these two. Let's do this. I want to focus, one of the deficiencies with the knight is that he can't easily go from one side of the board to the other. So if there's just one side that's relevant, I think he's less of a liability. Or, you know what I'm getting at. He's better off that way. No stalemates, please. No stalemates, please. We still have 4 games going on. That's a check. Mate in 2. Mate next. And that's going to do it. All right, GG. So I'm a bit afraid that it's not going to jump over to another. Okay, there it is. So I could take here. I might have to abandon my B pawn. Let's distract the king. I'm looking to hunt down this pawn. Oh, no, not so fast. How about knight here for starters? Yeah, don't be so quick to allow the rook activity. You could improve your position just a little bit more. That's my highly sophisticated plan. Knight g5 and grab a pawn and then push with my new passed pawn. They'll have to spend some time gathering him. If they don't go after him right away, at some stage he could maybe look to distract the king or the rook. My opponent offered a draw on this one. Did they mean to resign? White is slightly better here. There's only 2 games left. This one and this one. No, I'm gonna politely decline this one. White still has some winning chances. They've been having some serious connection issues or something here. Players left the game. It started right from move 1. Let's just go to this one. Oh, for a second I thought this was my clock. Are they going to make a move? They are. Okay. Well, let's baby step it. I still don't want to be so quick to allow this rook to enter, so let's get my c pawn rolling. They could do this, but then I'll play here. Oh, I got some pressure on him. Had me on the ropes earlier, for sure. Queen versus rook. Under 10. Okay, this game continues. No stalemate. Uh-huh. So here's the big moment. No, I could give this check. King takes pawn, fork. Those knights are tricky. He's not going to fall for that. But this pawn on it, maybe I don't need to grab this pawn free. Maybe I could just push away. And if he's deep enough, maybe that that distracts the rook in time where he can't even grab the b pawn. Maybe the b pawn will fall, but I don't think they would have time for the a pawn. You see, I'm just giving some rough ideas in that one, when really what I should be doing is calculating accurately here and not using these general ideas, you know. So right now my knight's hit. Knight e5 check. King can't take the pawn. Knight e5, I guess king here. And then here, push, takes, rook here, push. If rook takes b, I could push again, and if rook d2, I could play knight d3. Yeah. The b pawn, there's no time to take him. And there's no time, the a4 pawn, or the h4 pawn still lives. Yeah, this is very tricky for black, because now there's two passed pawns they have to deal with. Take with the pawn, I need a passed pawn. This game's still going on. The draw offer is still on the table by my opponent. Alright, we're almost there. We're almost there. This is the game I want to focus on the most. What are they doing? Rook here is not in time to scoop up this guy. And I have these moves to interfere with the rook, trying to position himself in that ideal way, behind the pass pawn. Can't enter with the king so easily. He can't get central. This must be a win for white. That's my guess. Maybe rook here. Maybe I could return. 3 seconds. Are they going to move? Whoa! A buzzer beater. Keep pushing. Pass pawns, you know what they say about them. I'm very lucky to even be in this position. Okay, this is just helping my king position now. So king here is probably best, no? So that on rook check I could go here. Or even this is fine. Push, knight here, and then promote. I think either is good. And I'll go here. Alright, we're almost there. One more move in this one. Draw offer? Another draw offer. Oh, Zack. Okay. Yeah, let's go here. Yeah, he's a long way off from the action. Black lost on time in this one. Okay, so there's just one game left now. This one right here. And I'm pretty sure it's a win. What will Bigfoot come up with here? Ten seconds. What's it going to be? Keep pushing. Knight here or here. I'll go to the more central post. Keep my king where he's at. I'm just one square away. Here's good. I could have won here. Rook check block. And he pushes through. Either way. I'm guessing black will resign soon after the rook is exchanged for the pawn. If king takes here, I could promote right away, and on a check, I could approach the pawns. Check right now, I must go in this direction. Or here, but this is best. No good follow-up checks now. Sneaky. Just grab here. Yeah, this one should have been a loss. Let's just promote. Okay, they resigned. And with that, the simul is officially complete. All right. To the 12 of you that took part in this simul, GG's. I have one thing that is, I'm just wondering about one game. This one right here. What happened with this? White resigned, black is victorious. White resigned. Oh, this account is closed. Really? This player uses chess computer assistance? Oh man, I would have never suspected that in this game. That's why I went to it, because I never suspected that one. Oh man, watch out for the clowns. Watch out for the clowns. All right, to the 11 of you that took part in this simul, good games all. All right, let me jump over to the TV for right now. That's so not cool, man. That's so not cool. Someone else who wanted to play honestly in the simul missed out on their chance. Shame on you, man. Shame on you. We'll be waiting for an apology. To our game.